Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. You might be like, what is going on? But I wanted to do something a little bit different today, something a little bit out of the box, Frost Queen, winter, frostbitten, something kind of cool and sexy. So I am bringing you this look. If you want to see how I created it and all the products I used, then just go ahead and keep on watching. Thanks guys. Okay guys, so first I'm gonna start off. I don't exactly have a plan of what I'm gonna do. My hair looks crazy because I have it pinned back, but I'm just kind of going for like a frosty kind of look, something a little bit more like abstract. So I'm gonna start off with my NYX Jumbo pencil in milk. I just took some of that on my palette. And I'm also going to use my NYX Lid Lingerie in the shade 14. It's just a white. And I'm also going to put that on my palette to work off of. And I think I'm kind of going to use this to like accentuate like the high points of my face. So kind of like in here, throughout here, like the inner brow bone, and like maybe a little bit on my cupid's bow and stuff like that. And we're really gonna make the face look super like editorial and frosty and add a lot of blush and like kind of pinky juicy lips. So we'll see how this goes. In my brain I kind of have like a plan, but I'm kind of like don't have a plan. So let's just get into it. I started by moisturizing my face with my Botanics 100% organic nourishing face oil. I add this to everything. I add it to my I use it to moisturize, and I add it into my foundation, which I will do a little bit later. I'm gonna start off by taking a brush like this, just a stippling brush. This one's a little bit bigger to kind of easily get into onto the face. So I'm just gonna mix what I have on my palette a little bit, and trying not to use too much product to begin with. And then I'm going to start kind of building up around the high points. Just kind of starting to build up there. And I'm not making anything too like structured right now. Just kind of widening out that area, buffing it in. Going through the brows as well to kind of make them a little lighter. And I'm just going to keep building that up until it's as light as I want it. And then I'm going to go in and just dot my regular foundation a little bit all over. I'm using a lot less than I probably typically would. This is the Healthy Foundation by Physicians Formula. This is the shade MW2. It's a little bit lighter than I am right now, which is totally fine because I'm going for like a white look, you know. And a little bit on the lids and just in the middle of that forehead where the white is not really that prominent. And I'm using that foundation to kind of clean up where I took that white just a little lower than I wanted to. I really want to keep it kind of in this C shape. And I'm going to set that a little bit with a setting powder. I'm going to mix a little bit of white and my usual setting powder. And for the white, I'm using the Makeup Revolution. I don't know if you can see that, my lights are kind of bright. The Makeup Revolution Luxury Baking Powder in Ghost. That's what we're going for, a ghostly look today. And I just take a dot of that because it's super pigmented. And I'm just going to set under the eyes and on the lid just a tad. and in the middle of the face, just a tad. And I'm going to go back to that brush we were initially using before and just stipple in that white. Stipple it, stipple it, stipple it. Stipple, stipple, stipple. And I'm going to take a flat shadow brush kind of like this, and I'm going to take that Lid Lingerie that we used before and blend it out and up to kind of lighten this area. And I'm going to do that several times until it's the pigmentation that I want. There's no like rhyme or reason to this look. It's literally like, I just wanted to get creative and do something that I haven't really done before. And I am going to take that into the front of the brows as well. And kind of just pat that and blend it. Next, I'm going to take a blending brush. Any blending brush works. I'm just going to condense and grab a cool toned shadow and just kind of like focus it in the crease and wing it out a little bit just to create definition in that crease. To bring that cool tone into the crease, I'm going to use Warm Taupe by Anastasia Beverly Hills and kind of just create definition right in here and wing it out. I'm going to take that same Warm Taupe on that same brush and just kind of contour my nose a little bit. Nothing too crazy. And add a little definition into that cupid's bow. And under the lip. And I'm going to take the same little brush that I used to set under my eyes and some powder and kind of just set these areas. And next I'm going to take a stippled brush. Like I said, guys, I don't really have a plan. I'm just kind of going like off my creative juices. I'm going to take a stippled brush like this, a duo fiber, and I'm going to open up my blush book, which is by, I believe this is Coastal Scents, and it's a 42 double stack set. And on top it has all these blushes, and underneath it has a whole bunch of like eyeshadows. And so I'm going to use a mixture of these blushes, primarily like this hot pink, and maybe to set it off like this baby pink or this coral, and really focus that like here, kind of going into contour. Kind of get that brush and focusing that underneath the white. And also I'm going to put a crop tone on the tip of my nose. Carry that over. And I'm going to take a white eyeshadow too and set the inner corner of the eyelids. Kind of lighten that area up. And then I'm also gonna take some of that blush mixed with a little bit of like a red shadow and just focus it on the inner corners of my lips. Just with the eyeshadow brush, just blending that, making sure it's more concentrated on the inner corners, like the inner of my lip. Mixing a little red, a little pink. Kind of using it to contour the lip shape. And then I'm gonna grab a black eyeshadow very lightly and really focus it on the inners of that lip. Then I'm gonna go back to any blending brush and that warm taupe shade from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. And again, just define that crease a little bit more. Just going in and seeing how I like things. And I'm gonna go ahead and keep building up the white, the highlights, making sure I'm not losing the highlight and around this area, and adding blush and adding a little bit more definition into those cheekbones. Next, I'm gonna take my Covergirl Vitalist Healthy Glow highlighter, and it is in this little pot. And I'm gonna add, it's this beautiful like white shade number 1. And I'm gonna add my drops to that. Just one drop. And I'm gonna add that to the inner corners. Like so. So we get a beautiful frosty glow in there. And I'm gonna add it to the actual inner corners as well to kind of create like an alien effect. Like my eyes are a lot bigger. Like that. And I'm gonna take a slightly bigger brush, well, a lot bigger brush, like this, and really load it up with that highlighter. And put that on the high points of my face to give the wet look, the wet appearance. Also gonna take my Fenty How Many Carats Diamond Balm and load that up and put that all in the same places to really give that wet sheen. So I'm gonna spray my face right now with my Morphe setting spray. Really make it look wet and juicy. And I'm just gonna go in and define my lips a little bit more, add a little bit more red, add a little bit more black. Next, I'm just gonna take one of these little spoolies and I'm gonna dip it, all my stuff is falling. I'm gonna dip it into my NYX Lid Lingerie, my Lid Lingerie, and just coat the brows very lightly, mostly focusing that on the like inner corner of the brow. Then we're gonna define the outer corner like I usually would with just a black shadow. Just make sure everything's blended. Now I'm going to take that same spoolie that I used for my brows, and I'm using my, what is this called? The Brush On Bling for Your Brows by NYX. And this is in the shade 02 Space Shoes. Cute name. And I'm not getting a whole lot of that on my brush because this is a little bit dark. It's not like a super light metallic like my fingernails. It's a little bit darker. So I'm just getting a little bit and coating that on the front of the brows where we put that white. Just to add a little dimension. And then if you want to too, it's like a brush applicator tip, so you could just add it in that inner corner too to add a little extra light. Last thing I'm gonna do with this super like frosty look, I'm gonna do my lashes. And I think I'm just gonna do mascara and then white, like with that Lid Lingerie, to just kind of tie the whole look together, bottom and top, and add a little bit of tight line. And then I'm gonna go ahead and bring in some eye gloss and finish up the look and bring my hair down and make it a whole thing. So I will do that really quickly and add clips and be right back. So last but not least, I'm going to take my NYX Eye Gloss a little bit on the back of my hand, and I'm going to add that pretty much all over the place. Next, I'm going to take my NYX Eye Gloss, which looks like this, and I'm going to put a little bit on the back of my hand and pretty much add that all over. So I'm taking a brush like this, and I want to add it here onto the inner corners, so it looks lit. And I'm going to take my finger and add that here. Onto the high points. And I like using this on lips too. And I love using this on lips too in editorials because it doesn't absorb as fast as a traditional clear lip gloss would. So I'm just going to take that generously on my lips. It definitely doesn't taste good, but you do it for the photo, you know what I mean. And I'm going to make sure my finger is clean before I grab more and kind of concentrate it here like so. So you get this super gloss lip that is like super editorial, and you get this super frosty look. So I'm going to take my hair down and add a little more definition to my eyelashes, curl them a little bit more, and then I will be back. So guys, this is the final look. I wanted something super like kind of out of the box, frosty, because it is winter. My birthday was a couple days ago, so I just wanted something super like ice queen and fun, and something I haven't done on my channel before, and I wanted to transform today. But thank you so much for watching, guys. I'm hoping you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more videos like this that are a little bit different, a little bit like kind of out of the box makeup, not just beauty makeup, then go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. All the products I use will be listed in the description box below, as well as all my social links and where else you can find me and check out my content. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.